Hello, and welcome to a Mr. Barnett screencast. Today we're going to be talking about Google SketchUp, in particular the Grannyflat tutorial. So this is where we talk about the interior of houses. You will need the Grannyflat sheet, which I have in my classroom, or you can go on Google Classroom and I will post a link up there to download this as well. That is easy for you to follow along. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'll open up Google SketchUp. You're going to open a blank one. And the first thing you're going to do right off the bat is you're going to save this to the correct location. So we're going to go File, Save As. And you're going to change from the drop-down menu up here. We'll go down to the T drive. Look for my class, Barnett Design Tech. Choose your class period and Grannyflats. And then you're going to type in your last name and your first name and then Grannyflat. So we can always find it easily. And then click Save. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of Steve for this one right here, so I can just grab my eraser tool and get rid of him right there. Okay, and then we'll start with the rectangle for the living room and dining room. So I'm going to grab the rectangle tool here, and we are going to draw our rectangle out and type in 12 feet by 19 feet. So 12 feet by 19 feet, enter, and that is the start of our living room. And then again from the origin, you want to make sure you're going from there. We're going to draw the kitchen, which is within the living room and dining room. So that's 8 feet by 8 feet. Enter there. Okay, next we're going to add the bedroom. Now for the bedroom, you want to go from the endpoint right up here. So I'm going to click on the endpoint. This is called snapping together, and this is really important with house projects. If you do not do that, you may have space in your walls. So we're going to draw a box here. And we're going to do 11 feet by 11 feet there. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to scoot my camera over just a little bit. Okay, next I'm going to grab my line tool. And I am going to draw a line from right here. And I'm going to pull it down. And it should turn green, meaning it's parallel with the green axis and with all of our other lines here. So I want to make sure it's green. Now I don't want to stop right here. I actually want to pull down further. I'm going to go all the way through. And then I'm going to grab a new line again. I'm going to do the same thing on the red axis. Now it kind of disappears. Just know it's there and then click and it'll fill it in. I'm going to press E on my keyboard to grab my eraser and I'm going to get rid of those two little lines. And now I've got the basic shape for my house. All right, the next step is we're going to start using the tape measure tool to create our closets and the bathroom. So we'll grab the tape measure here. And right in here on your sheet, you can see there's a closet. In a standard closet, we're going to use 2 feet deep for the closet, or a depth of 2 feet. So I'm going to pull from right here, and it needs to say on edge. Do not go from an end point or midpoint. It'll mess it up. So go from the edge and draw a line up like this and type in 2 feet. And it'll give you a marking about how 2 feet is from this line. Okay, same thing out this direction. We need to do a 6 foot line coming off that direction, and that gives us a good measurement. Now I can grab the line tool. And I can simply follow along with those lines I just drew and get rid of these with my eraser tool right there. All right, now we're going to move down into here and we're going to do the bathroom. So I'm going to grab again my tape measure and I want my bathroom to be right at the midpoint here. So I can hold it right there. It should be 4 feet. And again, that's going to draw a line for the midpoint. And then I'm also going to draw a line coming out this direction. And if you notice, it does go past where the closet is. We're going to go out by 8 feet here. So I can type in 8 feet. Again, grab my pencil tool. I can finish it off like that. Grab the eraser. I can get rid of these lines. And now I can work on the utility closet and then the small broom closet that comes out from the bathroom wall right here. Again, 2 feet is what we're looking for here. So we're going to tape measure. We're going to go out by 2 feet here as well. Grab my line tool. I'm going to connect from right here at this endpoint to my line. I know that's going to be 2 feet since I measured it. I can close that off. And then I'm going to cut these in half. So this is the utility closet and this is the actual closet down here. So I'm going to draw that with the line. And you're going to notice that there's a line here that's not showing up on your paper. Okay, so that line we can actually get rid of. That's just a leftover line from our living room. And then we can get rid of this line right here as well. The next closet is at the end of the hall. We're going to drag this out by 2 feet. And we'll take this and draw our line across here. And then we've got one more closet that goes here. Again, we're going to pull it up by 2 feet right there. And now I can connect this. Oh, let me do a quick Control Z. Go here. And then this line's 4 feet. So as I'm dragging, I'm going to type in 4 feet, enter, and it'll automatically snap for me. And now I should have the basic, all the lines for the start of my house. Okay, the next step is we need to actually offset the outside because our exterior walls are going to end up being 6 inches and our interior are going to end up being 4 inches wide. So I need to grab the selection tool. That's up here. And I need to hold down the shift key and I need to select all the lines around my house. So I will select all those. If you accidentally click on a surface, it's okay. Keep holding shift. Just re-click on it once and go back. It may be helpful for you to zoom in. The lines might be easier to click on as you're doing that. Okay, let me just scoot over just a little bit here and grab all the lines. Now I should have all of them highlighted. Now the key thing is do not let go of shift. Keep holding it down and grab the offset tool right here. And we're going to offset the house. I'm just going to pull outwards. It's just going to suggest the direction. Release, and I can type in 4 inches. Enter. And now I've offset the outside by 4 inches. When we offset the inside in just a second by 2, that's 2 plus 4 will give us 6 on the outside. Okay, so again, it will lock on to the outside. So to reset your lock, you just want to right click out in space. We'll grab the offset tool here. And we are now going to offset this interior one by 2 inches here. So I'll type in 2 inches. Now the cool thing with SketchUp is it does have a memory. To activate it, you can just double click and it's going to remember that I offset the last thing by 2 inches. So we'll try it here and it remembers. Now, if you do it and you move your mouse while you're doing it, what's going to happen is it's going to draw, a line like this or like this, and that kind of messes things up. So quickly just Control Z, and I can't double click it because it's going to do the last thing that I did. So I actually have to redraw the 2 inches. So I'll do this real quick. 2 inches there. Double click again. I need to make sure I get all of the rooms, even the closets. When you're finished, you should notice that there's 3 lines between everything. And that means you've done it correctly at this point. Okay, now we need to grab our eraser tool. The middle line is now the line we need to get rid of because that's the middle of the wall. So we're going to zoom in. The easiest way, go to the corners and you can erase them. So we're just going to highlight all of these. We're going to get rid of all of the middle lines. So we'll go around. Again, it helps to zoom in if you click on the wrong line. Okay, for instance, you click here, you need to Control Z and get that back. Okay, the ones on the bottom by the red axis can be difficult to see. Okay, just move your camera around. Let me grab my pan tool and go over here. Again, back to eraser. Again, grab the one up here. All right, it looks like I have all of mine erased. If it doesn't, just Control Z and go back. So now I'm going to grab the push-pull tool, and I'm going to push up the building by 10 feet. Okay, that is the standard height of our building. So now we've got a building set at 10 feet, and we are ready to go on to the next step, which will be doors and windows, which I will do in the following video.